An empirical study on the resilience and organizational commitment of childcare teacher facing job stress present binary. Introduction. Women's social advancement and economic activities is more important than ever in today rapidly changing society, as working women and working mothers have become more important, interesting in daycare centers and important of childcare are growing. The rate of the earth of childcare facilities is increasing, and hence more and more diverse form of childcare service. Childcare teachers who are competence, human resources, as well as physical facilities are important for quality childcare product or development of infant and children. Spending time with children is appropriate, positive and consistent interest responses are necessary for their development. Childcare teachers will also serve as a surrogate to protect and supervisor in the language, sensory development, healthcare, nutrition, and basic lifestyle typification of the infant and children. In my way, daycare teachers perform their duties in a different environment from ordinary teachers, which inevitably lead to more stressful situations. The positive support of the childcare teacher is very important part of the stress management of childcare teachers, because they play an important role in the healthy emotional experience of infant and growth development infant. There are many factors that affect how child care teachers cope with stress about well-being. In my explain the resilience and organizational dimension of the child care teachers and consider a way to improve the quality of childcare service through experience studies. Theoretical background. Name of the daycare teacher, according to article of the Infant Care Act. A child care teacher means an expert in charge of the child care, health care, counseling with caregiver, and the management and the operation of the child care facilities. The Ministry of Health and Welfare should also have national certificates for childcare teachers, first, second, and third class to help infants achieve their individual abilities with balanced development and growth in the physical, social, emotional, cognitive, and linguistic areas infant. And nursery teacher is defined as another parenting, embracing that the teachers spend a lot of time with infants, and not just teaching infants. Just as of childcare teachers. Childcare teachers provide childcare service for infants and children with various needs, as well as professional education in various human relationships. In addition, a variety of the stressor and symptoms occur in the various situations because the network, such as principal, parents, and fellow teachers are required to work collaboratively. Under this circumstance, childcare teachers must deal with infant-related tasks quickly, accurately, and safely, and in unexpected safety accidents. The rate to quantitative and qualitative rules in the addition to childcare is more psychologically high than that of the ordinary companies. Prior study on job status for childcare teachers is follows. In a study on job status and job certification of daycare teachers, 6 areas are identified: administrative support factor, treatment factor, peer teacher factor, parents factors, work factors, and work hour factors. In addition, job stress was measured due to administrative support and activities with student relationship with fellow teachers, academic stability, and overwork, and the job stress was measured due to the administrative support, professional and learning activities, economic stability, task, and balance. Meaning of the resilience. Resilience is the term translated into elasticity, and in the Korean it means the nature of object transforms by external force to return to their original state. However, while probing these properties in the mind field, such as psychology, sociology, physiology, biology is used as the human ability to overcome the serious challenge and difficult of the life and adapt successfully to the environment. The history is resilience begin with an interest in children who grow up in families or sketch Polinias as their mothers. And oral studies resilience has focused on children at risk in the medical and environmental situations, but empirical study to calculate the definition of resilience is still unclear. Workers in childcare facilities have a large influence on SCR due to the small number of fellow teachers as the size of the working institution is the small. Among them, fellow teachers played a role in the strengthening emotional control and utilizing in the overcoming teachers' personal frustration. Therefore, confidence and satisfaction have a positive impact on the teacher's individual role. For teachers who receive practical support from fellow teachers, it is said that their control of the job increases, hence buffering aspect in the term of the emotional deflection and can be controlled by their ability. Means of the organization emotion. Organizational emotion of the report to teachers listing is to exhaust the effort of the organizational by identifying the goals and the duties of the school or the organization to which they belong and the remain members of the organization. Amidst the studies have shown that organizational emotion reduce individual negative behavior towards organizational and allow organizational improvement and expectation performance of the organizational members with predictable data on the outcome of organizational activities. Research method participate in the study are 6 the teacher working at the social welfare corporation daycare center. After explaining the purpose of the study and obtaining consent from the teachers who formed the report amongst teachers with more than 3 years of experience in the corporate daycare center. They are selected as participants in the study, a research tool. Interviews are conducted as one of the qualitative research methods to examine the resilience of the child care teacher and their experience in organizational emotion under stress. Question: when was I stressful to control my class? What do I think when parents make unreasonable demand? How did you control my feeling in an unfortunate situation? When did I feel strongly attached to this job? Research result. This study are conducted in individual in defined interviews 66 children carers, teachers, and analysis to collected data to find out what resilience and organizational emotion and experience mean to child care teachers and how they are solved difficult in their life in the educational institution. Interpersonal relationship. Emotional control. When asked about how he controlled his emotional in a situation where he felt unhappy, he said that he had a good time with his family and thought positively about himself. Optimism. What asked when result they think they had as much as they tired. Most respondents seem to think positively about the result of their efforts. Experience of the organizational emotion. They ask about emotion, or economic benefit and tone of or the teacher, the more negative the feeling of the emotion as the more negative in the middle. Negative emotion. When asked what they do about their colleagues moving job in the middle of the semester following economic benefit. The teacher seems to think negatively that younger ones, childcare teachers who participate in this study said that they experienced a variety of the stress at work, including duties, interpersonal relationship, and emotional and physical stress. Conclusion: this study connected individual in private interviews to find out gender resilience and experience in organizational of children care teachers mean to them and how they feel and solve the difficulties they face in their life and in educational institution. Childcare teachers are stressed by the difficulty in controlling children relationship, the burden of individual childcare service, misunderstanding and combine the complexity caused by foreign district of the teacher in their relationship and their lack of social support and the lack of human rights. Based on this result is necessary to find the following ways. First, the support of child care teachers is needed in daycare center. Teachers who participate in this studies said that support and sympathy from fellow teachers and principals are a big help, and at the same time, the support system that can exchange various opinions and information for solving problem is essential in the process of the expressing and sharing the difficulty of child care teachers. Second, institutional support is the need in the term of the professionalism and repair of child care teachers. There are currently a variety of the training programs, but they are not practical and economically helpful. So it is true that they do not reach child care teachers working all the spot. Therefore, the medical service system is in the essential for child care teachers should be developed to provide the support for infant care while working in a better environment. The positive support of child care teachers is an important result of the healthy emotional experience of the infant and their growth development of the infant, suggesting that the stress management of the child care teachers is very important. Thank you.